So we're doing wrapping up the weekend wash. I mean, you can tell all the coatings up here have pretty much lost all their hydrophobics, as I mentioned, and air, using the air blower here just doesn't work anymore. And so that's why when you guys are asking for the ongoing debate of sheeting versus beading, if you want a sheeting coating, by all means get it, or a sheeting type of product. The downside to that is they're painful to dry. Just imagine that's going to look like unprotected clear coat. Not that bad, because you still have some surface tension, but yeah, I mean, it's just painful to dry it and to air dry it. You basically have no protection, or I shouldn't say protection. You have no beading on there and no fast sheeting on here, so it's just a little harder to dry. So again, if you guys are looking for your sheeting type product, by all means get it. Just know that it's not as easy to dry compared to something that has beads on it. Yes, you're probably going to have water stains. Rain is not going to stain your paint. It's the water, like from when you're washing, or the sprinkler. That's what's going to really get to your paint here. Unless you have acid rain, that's a different story. So today I'm going to be using ignition from Shine Supply, high-speed detailer. I'm going to just wipe down any leftover water. There's still some leftover water on here, and it smells good. And so we'll just go ahead and use it and see how it performs as a drying aid. I've actually used it before on the Camaro on a spot, just to kind of see what it would do, but I used it as a waterless wash on the Camaro. Okay, so it feels slick. I mean, it's pretty nice. Yeah, it feels good. Let's go ahead and use it on the glass here. Just throw one solid line on there. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I invested in the Ego 765. I wanted to go cordless for quite some time, and I always told myself that I was going to get myself a Ego blower. Finally did, and picked up the 765, and I picked up a stubby nozzle temporarily, the one from Detailed Image, which is it's okay. The one thing I don't like about it is it's painful. I mean, you're not gonna use it to, you're not gonna be taking that nozzle off all the time, but it is kind of painful to take off if you want to put the factory nozzle back on. Once you put the nozzle on there, though, you're never gonna have a need to put it on. Even when you're blow drying your driveway, the stubby nozzle does a good job. I'm just saying, from a ease of use, if you ever want to take it off for some reason, it's not as easy as they make it seem in the video. But that Ego's already paid for itself. I can hear those crows in the background. That Ego's paid for itself already. Just using it a handful of times, and I think it was $2.99. I had a gift card, so I didn't pay full price, but yeah, it's already paid for itself. Alright, so this ignition spray is, from a user standpoint, it's good. It's nice and slick. We'll check out the hydrophobics on the next wash. Actually, I put that on my dad's car in one section to compare it against the ceramic detailers. I'll put that video up there, but I just want to show you an application video on a different color, and it's delivering on slickness. Gloss looks good. Ease of use is there. I use it on all the glass here. I don't know if I used it on here yet. I think I did. Nope, I did not. Too busy chit-chatting them. It's been windy here the last couple days, and so this car's gonna get dusty really fast. But yeah, like I said, from a user standpoint, this is good. And that's a ceramic infused product. Okay, so let me just come back, go over it. I don't see any streaking on the glass, on this black trim. That's always a good sign. One thing is that this has water in this area right here. Yeah, this area here always gets water, and it just keeps coming out until I'll come back and get that piece. So I really haven't posted too many videos. You know, I've been kind of swamped lately at work. So hopefully to get back into swing of things here. Got a leaf in there. Yeah, stuff goes on real nice. Now I don't know how much, I forget how much this cost. I bought it quite some time ago. I think I bought it when I bought that Hot Shot, which was kind of a letdown. So it comes right off. So it feels good. And then coming up in the channel sometime, this is probably going to be later on, I am going to do a 3-part video series on how to maintain your PNS ceramic coating and which spray toppers I would recommend to have. There's really only 2. So we got that coming up. I'm gonna be shooting the first two parts in like March time frame, and then the final part, the yearly maintenance one, will be in July when I touch up this coating, because I'm going to keep this coating until December of 2022. The combination of Legend topped with Soul. So I'm going to keep that. And then in December, I'm going to be polishing the car again. And the plan for this car in December, and also for the Impala, because I'm only going to give Synchro a year to test out, Synchro Evo, is 22 PLE. We're going to go that coating route, try those out, see how they perform. They don't get a much recognition. You know, they're not really promoted. They don't really promote themselves on social media. So I'm just gonna go ahead and showcase those coatings. I don't know if I did this door already, but if not, I'll do it again. And so the plan is going to be to put HPC on mine, on this one, and then on my dad's Impala we're going to run Insanity on there. And then on my Camaro coming up shortly, I'm going to be putting the Rebellion coating on that one. So all these cars are going to have a 22 PLE coating. I've had Insanity on before on my dad's car, and then I only had it on there for like 6 months, and the reason for that is after like 2 weeks after application, I got water spots. I was really upset. I was like, man, that coating is not good at preventing water spots. Well, then one day I was washing one of the cars. I can't remember which one it was, if it was this one or not. But see that wall right there? The neighbor was watering her plants, and I felt my back getting wet, and that's when I realized, okay, those water spots came from the neighbor watering her plants, and so they got on the Impala here, at one point, and so it kind of ruined the coating that was on there, because it was on the hood, some of the fender, and then some on the roof. And yeah, I was really upset. So then I just lived with it for like 6 months. That's when I went with the Jade coating on the car. And then I was going to do 22 PLE HP Insanity on here again, but then Gian reached out to me to test out the Gian coatings, and so I'm going to test out Synchro Evo for a year, polish it off, and then go to the 22 PLE coating that I wanted to use on there. And we'll go Insanity on that one, HPC on this one, Rebellion on the Camaro, and I think that's going to be it for a while. And then I'm going to do the 22 PLE coating on the wheels here as well. Right now I'm living with the Adams coating, graphene coating, advanced on a few of these wheels, and it's doing pretty well. So as far as ignition, very user friendly. It's nice gloss and very nice slickness. It feels really good. I think for most of you use Beadmaker, this is pretty close. This feels actually like CarPro Echo, Beadmaker, Test Garage Drying Aid, like they're all in the same, pretty close. I think Beadmaker is still the slicker of all of them, but yeah, gloss looks good. Car looks good. I'm going to go ahead and use it on the wheels as well, which have the Adams graphene coatings on there. And that's pretty much it. So again, thanks for watching. And I'll put the water beading video from the Impala on there, but I just want to give you an idea of what it's like to use ignition on a vehicle. So far so good. For those of you who are looking for this, they call it a ceramic infused waterless wash spray detailer. So basically a spray detailer that has some cleaning ability, streak free advanced silicone nanotechnology, leaves the surface extremely slick and shiny, exclusive surfactants. Okay, works on paint, glass, chrome, and trim, suitable for ceramic coated and or non-coated surfaces. So there you go. So it's basically a spray detailer. This is something like the IGL product, the Elixir Geon ceramic detailer. So all these would fall in the same category with a ceramic spray detailer. So again, that's Shine Supply Ignition. And if you guys have any comments, questions on the product, go ahead and post down below. But yeah, so far initial impressions are good. We'll check out the water behavior on my dad's section over there, and then I think that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to finish drying this car, and then I'm going to get to washing the Impala. All right, thanks for watching. All right, welcome back, everyone. So I'm losing daylight here, so I'm hoping to get this real quick. But the previous week I applied the ignition spray detailer here. This side, the ceramic detailer for the rest of the car. And just so you can see, it is dirty because it did drizzle here. So let's take a step back here. That's a ceramic detailer. Let me get this guy with the ignition. Side by side, beading looks pretty identical, so I have to say that ignition and ceramic detailer are pretty much very similar in terms of their beading and sheeting. Let's see if I can sheet this. Again, this is dirty paint. That's pretty good sheeting even if it's dirty paint. And so again, they're very similar in the way they're behaving. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish washing this, but just the beading looks really good from ignition compared to the ceramic detailer. And I just wanted to kind of just show that real quick. I'll come back and show you what it looks like after I've washed the panel to see if it's changed. The rinse portion, I switched the nozzle to the shower setting. So here's the ceramic detailer. Let me just get through all the soap residue. Okay, so it's a little difficult to see, but if we simulate rain here, you can see the ceramic detailer from Geon. I mean, they look pretty identical to me in terms of their water behavior and their sheet rate is pretty identical. I'm looking at the center piece here. Because the line, I'm using the line here as my reference point, and you can tell they're pretty identical in terms of their beading and sheeting. So I would say that they're identical in their overall performance. And I think you'd be happy with either one. which is good because I was really worried about that the hydrophobics from the Shine Supply one weren't going to be that great, because I've been kind of disappointed with some of their products lately. And this just kind of just seals the deal that they did a good job with this one. So, see if I can adjust this nozzle. Yeah, so it looks good. I think that's a good product from Shine Supply. I'm just playing around with the beating of it, and yeah, it looks good. So I think you'd be happy with it. It looks, for performance wise, it's very similar to the Geon ceramic detailer. I just think that the slickness is about the same. I think it was just a little slicker on the Shine Supply side for ignition, but overall really nice spray detailer. And yeah, like I said, I think you'd be happy with either one. So let me just go ahead and finish sheet rinsing this, and we'll do final thoughts on the Shine Supply product.